This is the beginning of part 3 of the video on how to automate the backup of your DotNetNuke website. So last video we have just finished the setup of our offsite backup settings. Now I need to set up the scheduler. I need to say that I want, let's say, to have the backup automatically done every once a day. So to do that, we will go to the schedule settings. And now there are two aspects of the scheduler. One is this, what they call here the scheduler runner. The scheduler runner is nothing more, nothing less than the DotNetNuke scheduler. If we go, just so you can understand what I'm talking about here, if you go to host schedule, this is all the DotNetNuke default schedules that will happen. Now you're gonna see a new one here. Not sure why the name doesn't show up, but it should definitely show up. But I know that this one is a new one created by the DNN backup module. So just so you can see that, if you go and edit this entry, you're gonna see Evotiva DNN backup. So the first, as I was saying, the first element of the backup is the DNN scheduler, which they call inside the module as schedule runner. Let's go back there to the configuration and let's go to the schedule settings. Now, the schedule runner, what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to activate the scheduler, and I'm going to say that the scheduler will run every 4 hours. And I'm going to update that. Now, when I say, I'm going back there again. Now, when I say that I want the scheduler runner to run every 4 hours, does it mean that I'm going to get a backup every 4 hours? No, it does not. Because I'm just saying that, I'm just telling the module that please try to backup every 4 hours. That's it. It will try to backup. But I have not set up the backup schedulers as well. I have not set up this area yet. So there are no backups scheduled yet. The scheduler runner is set up, which again, it will run every 4 hours. But whenever it runs, it will check, is there any scheduled backup that did not run yet? Yes or no? In this case right now, because there's none, there will be never a backup done. But now, what we're gonna do next, we're gonna set up the scheduled backups. And we need at least two backups, two schedulers here. One is for the site files, another one is for the database script. Now, as you can see here, it says, if you want to schedule the backups, go to configuration, database for the database backup, and configuration files for the files backup. So let's go back there. Let's go to configuration, and then database backup settings. So if I scroll all the way down, I'll be able to schedule a backup. And again, we are under the database, so we're going to be able to schedule a backup for the database script. So we just have to click on Add New Schedule. Let's scroll down. Then we have to put a description. Let's say that description will be 1-800 DNN. This is the database, so DB backup. Okay, it's enabled. Then I can also specify how frequent this will happen, and I can put that it will happen once daily. This is about how long, how many entries the history will be kept. Start time, I can keep it as any, so it will run once daily, or I can try to attempt to force the backup to happen. Let's say when the site is not that busy, let's say one 1 a.m. in the morning. But again, this is not a for sure thing to happen at this time, because it will depend on when the scheduler will run. What this will do is it will attempt to do as close as possible to this time. But again, most likely it will not run exactly at this time. Okay, so like if the DNN scheduler is running every 4 hours and it ran, let's say, at 12:30, and then the next one will be 3:30. So most likely the backup will be done actually at 3:30 in the morning. So again, it will try to do as close to this hour as possible. Now, I do have to specify which backup option I want, if it's an FTP transfer, if it's Amazon S3 or cloud files transfer. Now I can check all of them if I have all of them, or in our case here, we just have Amazon S3 transfer, so let's check that option. Now I'm going to leave all the other options as they are. I'm not going to change anything else here. I'm just going to click update. So once I click update, if I scroll all the way down, I will be able to see that scheduled backups. There is one scheduled backup right here. Now, again, this is for the database. We have to do the same thing for the site files. So let's go back to the configuration. Let's go under file backup settings. Let's scroll all the way down and let's add a new schedule. Now, if I scroll down, I will call this 1-800-DNN files backup. It's enabled. I'm gonna leave it approximately with the same settings as I have done with the database backup. So it will be once daily. I will try to make it as close to 1 in the morning as possible, and I'm going to do it on Amazon S3. So let's check this option as well. I'm gonna leave everything else as is, and I'm going to click update. Now, as you can see, you can have multiple types of schedulers. You can keep coming back here to the scheduler and add more schedulers here. Again, it's really up to you how you want to set this up. I'm just doing one example, a very simple example of a daily backup. Now, with that done, the scheduler is all set up, but we don't want to wait until that time to see the scheduler running. I want to be able to demonstrate right away that we can back up the files, and those files will be available under my Amazon S3 account right here. So how can we do that? If I go back to the backup module, and if I go to the home, as you can see here at the top, you have you can do a manual backup. If I want to perform a backup right now, I can. I just have to, again, check if I want to do a backup of database script, files, and if I want to upload that to Amazon S3. So let's try that. Let's click on perform backup and let's see what happens. This is the end of video 3 on how to automate the backup of your DotNetNuke website.